What's up, everybody? It was crazy how like a week ago I was here in this park and there was like a little dusting of snow, and right now it just looks like full-on snow, full-on winter. But that's how much a week can change stuff. So today, for those of you that watched my last video about wildlife photography, the reason I wanted to explain a little bit why I've been getting into it is just because now is the time of year there wasn't much, so I thought I'd try something new. And it goes in well with landscape photography because you're out in nature anyway. So I'm gonna merge the two together. Basically, I'm gonna be out walking looking for like landscape pictures. If I come across some wildlife, it'll be even more great. So the two go hand in hand really well, and it gives me a chance to mix it up every once in a while. So today I'm kind of attempting to do that again, kind of looking for more wildlife than landscapes. But if I encounter either, I might take a picture depending on the situation. But as you can see, there's a lot of snow. I'm excited about that. It's just different. And for those of you that gave me some tips about wildlife, I want to thank you. I started to implement some of them, not all of them, obviously it takes some time, but at least I implemented a few changes that I'm gonna take into consideration moving on. So today basically I'm just gonna go for a hike, try to see what I can find. The thing is that I kind of needed to go out today, even if it was just for a few hours, because kind of the reason why I like landscape photography, just being out in nature, taking pictures without any human elements, just me and the camera. It's very zen like behavior. And for the last few months I've been kind of working on like a little business project for my landscape photography. Those of you that know, I did a week show and I had quite a bit of success with it. So I kind of wanted to set up like a permanent store for my pictures, more a physical store. People can come in and look at pictures and buy them, and but it had to be in the right area. So it took me like a month to find a place, just checking, looking, researching, checking how the foot traffic is, because I found that really important for the success. So I found a place, I put in an offer, and then the owner kind of, just to make things short, the owner kind of fizzled out at the end, and right now it's kind of on hold, not by my choice, just the circumstance of the event. So but it kind of, I was a bit sidetracked with it because that was my main goal for a while. I was so focused on making it happen, and I was close to making it happen, and then at the end it kind of fell apart. It didn't completely fall apart, but as of now nothing is happening. So I just, it's one of those days when I like landscape photography and dealing with the business side of it, it's not always super fun as to taking pictures. But that's the reality of it, right? I mean, just by going through that experience, it kind of reminded me how much more I want to go out and take pictures, because it's very relaxing for me, and I needed this today. Even if I don't get a picture, just by taking a walk and just changing my mind, it's gonna be a positive, because it's been kind of negative for the last week or so. So I don't want to focus on the negative, I want to kind of focus on the positive here. Well, I know, sorry for it being a bit long, but I promise you the rant is over and we can continue on being positive and go on this hike and see what I could find. So let's go. Well, I think I'm gonna take out my camera, set it on the tripod, and walk with it in hand and see what I could find. Just have it ready. So as you can see, I got the camo for my tripod, so now at least I have that. Also helps protect the lens, so that's a good idea. Sometimes I do take pictures with my telephoto lens with 70 to 100 that I had at the time. I would zoom in all the way and compress the scene and focus on detail. But with the 100 to 400, I can even come in closer. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. I'm just focusing on this little ice that's hanging on the edge of the river. They're hanging down, they're nice and clear, they're nice and beautiful. and I'm zooming in all the way at 400 millimeter, getting this at f11 to make sure it's sharp enough and I have a long enough of a shutter speed that the water is kind of smooth rather than freeze in motion. But I only want the detail to go on the ice, which is happening, and I'm happy with that picture. Just goes to show that sometimes you just need a little detail and it makes for a nice photo. So I'm gonna continue on this trail and try to see what else I could find to photograph. But I got one picture. I'm happy. Much today, after hiking about 6 kilometers total, I didn't see any wildlife, but that's alright, because for me it was pretty much about, you know, hiking and taking some pictures if I were to encounter any wildlife, which I didn't. But more than that, it was just more about kicking those negative thoughts out of my mind and focusing on the positive. And I feel like I achieved that, so I'm quite happy. And I did take that one picture of the ice, which I'm happy with. But more than anything, I'm just happy to be out, and I'm happy that I went out today, and I'm feeling a lot better now than when I got up this morning. So I'm just gonna enjoy the view right now. It's starting to snow. It's quite nice actually. Enjoy the view. Might take some pictures depending on the situation. If not, that's gonna be it for today. And I'm sorry there wasn't more photography, except for that one picture. It was more about just sharing with you my thought process today about how I'm feeling and just wanting to go out. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video and found some useful information in it. But I'll definitely be back, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, huh? See ya. Something. Gotta pick up the camera. I'm gonna do it one take.